Okay, good evening. Good evening, everyone. So, after a long weekend, we have met live. Okay. Now, traders already in the group have discussed this is a supporting zone. Okay, from supporting zone itself, market is showing some buying pressure. At this point of time, looking for bearish trade is not a good idea. You see here in the group I had shared just before coming live saying that this is the supporting zone. Already, market has given a nice spike. So this is an important zone. As long as this zone breaks, looking for bearish trade is a bit tricky. Okay, so take that into consideration. Amarnath sir, good evening. The P Smarter 91, good evening. Srinivas sir, good evening. So this is the why I'm saying this is the little important supporting zone is because market gave a breakdown here, right? It broke this zone. Again, this zone also market has broken. Previously, where did the buying pressure started? It started from this zone, right? They nicely held on the market towards the upside. So even if market continues towards the downside, the amount of stop loss it has is less, right? Stop loss hunting. So after trapping people here, expectation was market will make a little momentum towards the upside. It can turn into continuation or a upside movement, and then after hunting the stop loss, it can kind of reverse, right? So this is the supporting zone. Please mark this on your chart. Now let's look into the global market. Dow Jones as of now, it is just saying flat opening. S&P 500, Nasdaq is saying still we don't have the data. Now once we get the data, we can decide. GSP, good evening. Welcome to the live stream. Alyssa, good evening. Nice moment, traders. We'll start looking at all the index one by one. If you look at Ethereum also, it's kind of in a buying pressure itself. You see market give a breakdown here, there's a breakdown. All of these breakdown would have trapped people. After trapping people, both the index is trying to move towards the upside, right? So this one I had discussed before coming live. Now other index, still we need to get S&P 500, Nasdaq data. Based on that, we can look into other index also, understand the overall market sentiment. In gold perspective, if you see, gold at this point of time, it is still at a indecision zone. This is the pressure zone. So at this area, at this point of time, let's not plan into anything in terms of gold. Okay. Gold has to first sustain above this zone. Then we'll look into it. BTC is holding the support zone. More traps in BTC. Traps usually comes in the market. So see, even this moment, what market is doing is a trap itself. After attracting more people at the lower level where it formed double bottom before, now it is showing some movement. So it's trapping people at this zone who entered bearish position, right? So that is about it. Now one more level that you can draw right now is this trend line. This trend line is acting as resistance 1, resistance 2, resistance 3, 4, and if market touches this zone, this is resistance 5. Let's see 7 o'clock what kind of movement the market does. high from here. If it can become higher high, higher low, that we need to see based on the US market sentiment also. We understood from here trapping can happen, so I consider this as supporting zone. Now we have marked this trend line which is acting as resistance. If this corrects or shows continuation, then we can decide on the trend. Okay, Saravanan sir, good evening. Srivatsan, good evening sir. See, live stream is already going on in full screen, okay, where everything you can see in landscape. That live stream, if you guys want, you can join. Two live stream is going on simultaneously. Just go to our channel and see there will be two live streams going on. We'll give the market some time. We will decide how it's holding on to the support zone, this trend line resistance, how it's holding. And US market also, let's get the data, then we decide. S&P 500 is slightly a gap down opening is what I understand. It's not yet reflecting here, but it's a gap down, 0.3% gap down. Gold I've discussed is the people who trade in gold, keep a tab on this, okay? As long as gold staying below the zone, it is better that we keep quiet. Okay, S&P 500 gap down, Nasdaq gap down. The sentiment is kind of bearish. We'll see how BTC holds on to this range. If the support zone was just a pullback to remove weak players, and market will show continuation or it will reverse. Basically, it should maximum try to hold on to this level even if it breaks the zone. Okay, we will see how market behaves. Anyone who's looking at news or anything important data is there, just let me know. As far as I have checked, there's no important data at this point of time. Those of you watching the live stream, support the channel traders by liking the video. Shine evening to you too, sir. Prakash. Maybe touch the trend line and then go on reverse. So as long as this level breaks, market shows continuation. Too much into trend continuation towards the downside we cannot expect. Okay, that's my opinion. Recently, how much pullback market has done? Close to 786 level. How long? The zone around 300 points. How market behaves here, we will see. S&P 500, Nasdaq and all is gap down opening after long weekend. It's holding Thursday's low. Thursday's low is acting as support. Ethereum has little more space to move towards the downside, as well as it has trapped enough people already. So Ethereum See traders. How market reacts at the zone, we will see. It's not able to break this low. At the same time, it's in a crucial range right now. What kind of candles it does here is important. Buyer's pressure little I can see here. So let's say with small stop loss, I can place a buy order. This is the support zone what I have decided. So my stop loss I can place little below the support zone. Okay, I go here, place the stop loss. Stop loss so much is not needed. This is one area where market can show some momentum towards the upside. So that is why I'm looking into this. Too much if market corrects, people who entered at this trend line, they will easily make profit. To trap them once spike is required, we'll see how market behaves here. Anyone who's interested to enter, you can enter here, okay, with small stop loss on the bullish side. I'll change the target anyways. So, okay. This is my first attempt. How this goes, we will see. 7,600, 800 and all it goes means stop loss will become too big for this trade. So this is one zone. I break down, trapped again from this zone. If market has to reverse, it can reverse. That is the case. I'll keep the stop loss, I'll keep the target, and I will see how market behaves at this zone. Right? As of now, no big change. I'm at cost to cost itself. Okay, this trade is going on. Let it go. Meanwhile, I'll look into other index. Cool, nothing. Dow Jones is holding on. S&P 500 is kind of holding on. Change. Mallesh, sir, you entered. Okay. Kudipati Chandrasekhar, sir, welcome to the live stream. $1,08,080. Somewhere at this zone you're seeing. That zone is your stop loss. Little below you keep. There's one zone, of course, from this zone market, in case it has to move, it has to move. But if it is showing some pressure here too much, then it will be a problem for us. Little bit of correction is happening. In BTC trading, right, the wicks and all those things is the problem. How big is the wick? The wick formation only will be close to, you see here only, close to sometimes 150, 200, 300 points and or so. So long, yeah, I've taken a long trade here. So continuously this zone market has tested from here. It is showing some pressure. So this is one important level where market has come down, removed weak players. From here, if it shows continuation, that's fine. This is our supporting zone. But this zone where you see this green candle, right? If you look at price action, Fibonacci or stop loss hunting concept, which I follow in Indian market and things like that, this is the area where buyers could have shown a bit of pressure. When they were showing this pressure is where I slowly thought about entering this trade. But not now, little bit pressure is there on the bearish side. That's okay. Anyway, stop loss is here. If it hits, it hits, or I make 1:3. Sorry, 1:2.3. Can it break the previous swing? You're asking me about the previous swing low. Maybe if it breaks the zone also, only if it shows continuation, we can go for bearish. That's my opinion. Malay sir, that is what I said. Stop loss you have kept exactly below, no, little lower you should have kept. Just for safety purpose, I'm considering this area as support, little below the zone only. First I had kept here, that I've got it here. So thinking that, okay, if it breaks the zone, stop loss is small, I give the stop loss in close. When we think about catching the trend and things like that, right? 3 to 4 small stop losses we have to give, like 200, 250 points like that, to capture a bigger movement in the market. That bigger movement will be more than, let's say, 1500 minimum, and it can go up to 2000, 3000 also. So this come to the low. There is some seller's pressure here. That's okay. Much movement did it do? 500 points is a decent movement, definitely. We'll look at global market. After the gap down, there has just been indecision between the buyers and sellers. It's kind of sideways itself. I'm looking at those charts also. No big movement in them. Most of the movement can come post 9:30, I think, until market, create some trapping zones, attract some buyers and things like that. We will see. First, let us see if it's attracting some buyers at the initial stage. Market at this point of time is just at cost to cost. If it hits the stop loss zone, definitely I will exit. No complication here. The good thing about is when we have predetermined stop loss, to a certain extent, we know our capital is protected. Even if the stop loss hits, that is something which I already decided that I will give for this trade. So I'll give that. So too long, if market is holding, then it is a problem. No, we'll give the market some time. As of now, this zone only I expected market to correct, but it has formed double bottom. So from here, if it tries to give a fake W pattern, if it forms, gives a breakout, and if it is a trapping before correction also, that is fine for me. So first I'll pick in 3 minutes. Which higher time frame is the direction? See, don't go for too bigger this one time frame. Just check on 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, these levels, how is it respecting previously what action has happened in the zone? After breaking the zone, buyers have entered. If these buyers are strong, they might have to hold this level. So one attempt they might make it to fail and later recover also. Something like that buyers will do, is my understanding. This is almost wandering around the same area. I'm having support at 1,08,000. 1,08,000 range only market is holding. But too much long it should not hold. That is one concern. Don't you look at gold? I have looked at gold, and in the group I have told avoid gold until it breaks the zone. As of now, there is no trading opportunity in gold. Okay. Sai money contents. You asked me, right? This avoid gold buy till this level breaks. I've told already. There is some seller's pressure here. Not able to break the previous low, things like that. Ethereum also I'm looking at. Ethereum, it is staying below this line. This was the previous range. This range market has given breakdown. It has come here, faced resistance near the trend line, and it's still holding on to this range. So that's okay. I feel that if US market support, BTC and Ethereum both can move up from the buyer zone, support zone, I mean. Because continuously they have pushed the market towards the downside. So they need to cover their shorts at some point of time. So that is what I'm thinking. Traders, I'll put you guys on. I'll turn off the screen for 2 minutes. I'll just go get some water and come. I'll turn off the screen and I'll just go get water and come. All right. So this trade you can see support zone market is holding. I'm still holding on to the trade without making any changes. I'm just at cost to cost still. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll be back meanwhile. Just holding on at cost to cost level itself near the support zone. Hopefully it holds on to this range. Hi sir, are you trading Fires app or something? Please, sometime chart not loading after minimize. I use Kite for my Indian market trades. Zero the. I use Zero the. In that, I'm not having any such issues. Those of you who's watching the live stream, if you're enjoying the content, support the channel traders by liking the video. Every day we come live around 7 o'clock. Too much of market holds on to this range, definitely it's a problem. By now it should have given a spike already. It's delaying. Already if you see here, Ethereum, it's given a breakout. Now it will try to trap at the upper level, I believe. This is the supporting zone after trapping, no other stop loss hunting at the bottom. Breakout resistance attracted some people and should basically continue. Ethereum, you see decent movement, correction, and then upside move. Ours only has come so much. Okay, if it comes here also, got an opportunity to enter, so we should be okay with that. What about other index? Dow Jones. S&P 500 to a certain extent, they're trying to break the day's high. But since market has opened with a gap down, right? Where is it? You see S&P 500, it is trying to break the day's high, right? But here there is a gap. Market has to fill that gap. So S&P 500, Nasdaq, no big change you see here. It's just holding within a range after this gap down. No big change. So little headache is there in that part. Now traders, for you to look for opportunities like this, right? This setup today, it will work, not work, I don't know. But I know the probability of this setup working. It works more than 70-75% of the time. Okay. That's why confidently I took the trade here. Now, if you have to understand the logic, let me switch to 15 minutes time frame. Okay. So here sellers were strong. They did not leave the market to break this level. Here they gave a breakout, attracted bullish traders, and then market corrected, right? So sellers who are here, they are strong. Again, sellers re-entered, they are kind of strong. Now here big players would have moved the market, you think. Okay, as an example, market gave a breakdown here. So here it did not do the trapping bit. Okay, so again continuation. Here some people would have got attracted to the market. Here market gave a breakdown. Again some people got attracted here. After giving this breakdown only, market is showing some pullback. Now some people who have taken bearish trade, still they wouldn't have exited also. Why they wouldn't have exited? Because there is a trend line here. This trend line is acting as resistance. So they would have thought, okay, in case market is respecting this resistance, let me enter some more quantity here. If they have entered at some point of time, again if market comes here, it will not trap these people. It will trap people at this upper level. It might go even higher and then later correct. Maybe the sellers who's strong on top, he might push the market towards the downside. So this logic, what I'm explaining to you, I regularly use this in our market, Indian market. We try to analyze the market sentiment based on how people might be thinking at what point of time. Based on that itself, we will plan a trade where, even though it's not like 100% success, I'm saying what majority people are doing. to a certain extent, little opposite to that is what I prefer to do. For example, let's say today, Indian market. If market breaks here, what is the zone? You consider this zone. Now market is at a very crucial zone here. People might be expecting that 57,000 will break in Bank Nifty. In Nifty also, after the opening, it will break the upper level. It will move above 25,500 psychological level. Sensex will stay above, what is that? Here, let's say. It will stay above a psychological level. Where is it? Yeah, it will hold on to this zone. It will try to break 83,500. So when people are looking at the bullish move here, pullback, they expect market to break that zone. Okay, but even if that market breaks that zone, the chances of market correcting is high towards the downside, because if you look at option chain data, big players are confidently holding on to this zone. This and this breakout, you see Bank Nifty gave this breakout and moved towards the upside, right? I said Bank Nifty is already reaching our upper resistance zone, what I had discussed in the morning. This is the resistance zone. Bank Nifty might be looking bullish, but it is not actually bullish. It is just hunting the stop loss. After hunting the stop loss, no other stop loss on top, then it goes as per its actual direction. In Nifty also, this was the logic I took the bearish trade. Yes, market was sideways, but before it reaches the target only, it gave me that movement what I wanted. So if it's giving us the movement, things like that. See, now this is moving up. What I will do, I'll get it to cost. I have no other risk in this trade. My target I will extend. Now if I make loss, I don't make loss, doesn't matter. Stick to the logic, stick to the setup and go with the flow. That's it. Now again, the zone is acting as resistance. I think it might break this zone this time. Some people might get confused about based on what I say, how is he saying there is no other stop loss hunting here? Why is he saying market, after giving breakdown, why is he saying this area can act as support? All this concept and all I've discussed in our stop loss hunting masterclass, or when I do pre-market analysis in our free Telegram. Many times or regularly I used to do analysis video for Nifty and Bank Nifty. I've explained so many times. If you check my channel also, you would see some setups related to that. It is just that who's already taken the course, they know, okay, this is the logic, this is why he has entered. If you're not understood, that's okay. If you stick to the channel for, let's say, 30 days and regularly you keep looking at the live, I will explain all the logic. Now my understanding why market move, like I said, it can move up to this zone. I told, right, sometime back it will try to form a W pattern. Instead of reaching here, it will go little above only. It will give a breakout. I said this because here when market moved up, people would have seen this as a pullback to take bearish trade near this trend line. Whoever entered, where they will think to book the profit near previous support or somewhere, they think they are safe. But at this zone, if market is trying to give a breakdown, they will still hold. More people will enter the market. Even to trap them, market can continue the upside move. So like that is what I'm expecting. See, this certain things, what you have in experience, it's difficult to explain because it has taken a lot of time for me to understand how market traps people, how it behaves. That within one day, if I have to explain, it is difficult. It takes some time. I'm not getting many points. Sir, I'm in private group. I need your suggestion. Instead of focusing on buying, what can be done on selling side? Holding for a long time after buying is not giving good returns. Maybe for you, but for me, it has been a very good uh, return it has given. And I need to understand at what point of time you have taken the entry also. And are you sticking to your stop loss target rules? If you're sticking to that, then always the risk reward probability is high itself. Balaji sir, you can definitely message me personally. Maybe we can schedule a call. In that, I will try to understand your query better, and then I can share my view. Right? All right, Balaji sir, you're welcome. Pranav Vikram sir, hello. Welcome to the live stream. Can you explain logic? Logic I explained some time back. Market continuous fall attracted people to take bearish trade. And finally, here bearish traders would have been tempted, but there is no other stop loss hunting at the bottom. Buyers who are here, they might try to first trap people who have taken bearish trade, and if the zone is strong, from here we have to see some recovery. That was my expectation. Now though, again it is kind of correcting, because Dow Jones, S&P 500, everything is kind of, you see here, where is it? Dow Jones is turning a bit negative here. S&P 500 is, after breaking days high, it's correcting a bit. So this is creating some pressure in this one also. BTC, we have entered at the support zone. We have reduced the stop loss almost near cost to cost. What more can I do? I just leave this trade as it is. It comes, hits the trailing stop loss, done. Nothing. If it moves up, good. Almost 70-80% of the target it reached, and then it is correcting. So okay, let it do what it wants to do. Just have a look at gold. BTC, let it move. Gold, you have a look, it's at this zone. Now it is seeing some pressure, right? Later, if it shows any kind of continuation, you can look at gold. Okay? Not at this point of time. In oil, there is a movement. I will show it to you. This BTC is moving, let it move. Okay, anyways, I'll go to oil. In oil, what you can see is this is the support and this is the resistance. Market gave wrong side breakout and it is correcting. So to a certain extent, see how oil reacts at this zone. Okay, little, yeah, this zone is fine. If it holds on to this zone, avoid bearish trade, but after pullback, if it shows continuation, you can look for bearish trade. See, now BTC achieved this target. Almost it is there near the target zone. So wants to book, you can book. Next resistance area is this zone. I have joined the live. Can I proceed any trade? Sir, you are a bit late. You see, this is the support zone. From support zone, expectation was market will move up. It will give a breakout here. This was my initial target. Now I've changed the target to this zone, but I'm not sure will it reach the target or not. Now here it can come for a pullback later, yet market direction has to be decided. So wait for some time, then you can see. Now after reaching so much, where you will enter, difficult. Okay, Silva sir. Rishabh sir, hello, welcome to the live stream. Those of you who's watching the live stream, if you think you learned something new today, you made use of the content, then support the channel traders by liking the video. So let me know in the comment section, market reached the target, how many of you either booked the profit, you did not book the profit, or just left the trade as it is. Let me know so that it is better for me also to decide. Oil, you see, where is it? Oil, you see, it's holding on to this range. If it moves up, you ignore. If it moves up and later correct, then maybe bearish, you can see. Gold, it gave a breakout. I said if it holds on to this range, continues this trend, maybe if you're interested at the upper level, small stop loss, you can look at gold, right? If it gives a breakout, of course. So this is something you can look at if you're interested. Now though this market is kind of becoming sideways. Safe traders, you want your book, right? Because this is a breakout, this is a retest from here. It can either continue or it will start showing off seller's pressure. Then what you can do, maybe this green candle above, you can place the stop loss. If market holds on to this green level, then fine. If it continues, you will capture more move. Or if you're happy with the profit what initially I had discussed, you can book that also if you're interested. You're in my Nifty private group also. Alright, sir. From how many months? Not booked, waiting for this zone, right? 1,08,800. That's possibility is there, but as much as possible, protect this one, capital. I protected the capital by telling the stop loss from here to here, so less risk only for me in this trade. But this market is a bit somewhat tricky, right? Sometimes it'll give a false breakout, remove all the weak players, then it will correct up to this zone and then reversal. So from here only, breakout, retest, reversal means that is for good for us for existing trade. Global market is not showing proper sentiment. That was my only concern. S&P 500 correcting, Dow Jones went below day's low. Only this one Nasdaq is holding, which is good for me. If it holds and sustains this level, then we will see. Naren Kumar booked. Okay. Holding either target or stop loss. Okay. We'll see how this goes. If it reaches this zone and all, we'll try to be a bit careful. The stop loss will get a. This was the initial plan. This target already done. Okay. Now I'm looking for additional move. So that additional move if we get, fine. Nice reversal from the supporting zone. Whoever joined the live stream, you already know. At this zone, I said this is the supporting zone. If market holds on to this range, that will be good for us. You see in the group also, before I come live only, I've told this is the supporting zone. Now so this became 50% chance. What it wants to do, let it do. I'll look at other index. Gold is kind of holding. Look at gold. Okay, it's near the entry zone. Anyone is interested, you see. Oil, like I said, if it holds on to this range and moves up, ignore. If it goes below this zone, then you look for bearish trade. So in future, if it goes below this zone, you can look for bearish trade. BTC, whatever is the case, target 1 is done, but target 2, I'm looking for bigger this one. If it reaches that, fine, or else small stop loss, what is there, I'll give that and I will close the setup. Ethereum also breakout retest. Little this Dow Jones, S&P 500, all of these things are showing a bit of pressure. That is creating some kind of pressure in BTC also. But since Nasdaq is kind of holding, even that is holding. But you see Dow Jones, slight gap down, you think, correction, gone below day's low. S&P 500 almost near day's low, holding on. So this is indecision. After this big gap down, it's not gone for any kind of recovery. So this becomes an indecision zone. As long as upper level breaks, lower level breaks, also some people will consider this area as support. So to create fear, if market moves up to this zone and later reverse, then that will create some negativeness in BTC also. That's what it is trying to do here. Correction is a bit strong. Ethereum retest. Both are nicely correcting along with Dow Jones and S&P 500. Again, it's just come to cost. Almost here. Market, after reaching the target 1, it's come near the stop loss level, not yet taken. Still there's the supporting zone, right? So supporting zone, almost it's near the stop loss zone itself, but this entire zone is supporting zone. So little waiting is better, but definitely I will agree this candle is very strong. This candle series of continuation candle is strong itself. So it might show some more bearishness because of S&P 500. Dow Jones also has been continuously moving. In this setup, market to cost, no big loss, nothing. Overbooked at this level, good for you. We will see little in S&P 500, Nasdaq. This is again buying pressure zone itself. But this candle is strong. The candle is, red candle is a bit strong. Little, I will wait. What I can do is here, go look at S&P 500 to 235, 230. We'll see. Okay, S&P 500, if it comes to this zone, I'll mark this as support. Dow Jones, maybe up to what level can it come? Dow Jones is already near the support. I'm using this just to understand the sentiment of the market, right? Nasdaq, nothing. It's still in indecision zone, not broken the high or not broken the low. If it breaks the low, then next supporting zone for the market is this itself. Based on Nasdaq, what was holding? We'll see how Dow Jones reacts here. S&P 500 support zone is too far. We'll see how it reacts here. This one, see, again holding, but this candle is strong, right? So we have to give a bit more time. Next time, if market goes above the buying pressure zone, then good movement we can expect, is my understanding. We'll see this candle. Little let it sustain. Long position if we take here, this is not at all a bad setup. We can plan re-entry here, but only this red candle is creating some problem, and Nasdaq is moving lower. S&P 500, Dow Jones also is near the correction zone. Okay, setup. Gold, I was telling you, right? Sorry, oil. This is the buying pressure zone. From here, if it moves down, only then bearish trade. A little movement it has done. You see later if it goes below the zone, opportunity. Gold entry is kind of triggered here. If it continues upside, good. This zone will be the stop loss. No bigger stop loss than this. BTC itself, breakout, correction. This candle, red candle, is strong, traders. That is the only concern. And one more thing also, like I have shown you 2-3 times, supporting zone for S&P 500 is far. Dow Jones, how it reacts near the support zone, I don't know. And Nasdaq also, it's just in a confusion zone. So if market has to move up, it has to. In the future, let's say it breaks this upper zone, then we can focus on that. Until then, waiting is better. Or at least some index in the US heavyweight has to show some bullishness. People will get confused looking at this, so avoid this. But in case market breaks the zone, one setup will be here. Yeah, this zone. That I will discuss, but let the setup come, or else people will get confused. What is the target for gold on the upside? Gold, you see here, this upper level you consider possible. This is near this resistance area, so if it corrects also, we need to give so much buffer for gold. How many times it comes to the support zone only? As of now, nothing interesting in BTC. That's why I'm quiet. So please analysis for gold. I've already discussed about gold, sir. I had considered this as the upper zone. Okay. Market breaks the zone, a retest and shows continuation. Then with small stop loss, we can look at gold. Gold, if it moves up, it can go up to this zone. But those who are holding gold for, let's say, long term, the upper level of gold is too far. If you want to know, it is somewhere near 3,350 zone. This zone. This is the upper seller's pressure area. Okay. So I'm not sure will the market move up to that zone, because here sellers entered here. If market breaks here, trap shows continuation, only then it can go to the next level. I don't know how long it will take. So here at least this is a small stop loss, reasonable 1:2 risk reward trade. 3,328 can be the upper rejection area. So based on that only I've discussed about this. You see how this goes. Oil, though, it is holding on to this buyer zone, so no oil trade. Already informed about that. S&P 500 still here. Dow Jones support. Too much near the support. Other index not giving too much clarity. Let BTC move a bit lower, then let it show some bullishness. See, in this case, what to say? This upside movement I had discussed. This was the initial target. Whoever wanted to book, they could have booked here. I got cost to cost stop loss. So any reversal, trailing stop loss, no big issue. $6 is nothing. So here again, market is holding, but it's tested once, twice, thrice. So now there is confusion in BTC. So when there is confusion in BTC, we have to take confirmation somewhere else. Where do I take confirmation? I'll look at Dow Jones, I'll look into S&P 500, I'll look at NASDAQ. So if this is giving any kind of signal, or it is saying market has potential to move up, then we can look into. Anyone who's holding on, let's say you have entered buy trade here. This entire zone you consider as buying pressure zone. You can hold on to the trade as long as market breaks this zone. One main area I have, okay, where sellers can enter, trap people and reverse, that is 1,07,600. Let's say I close this live stream, I'm not there, okay. If market is holding on too long to this zone and it gives a breakdown, maybe you can take a bearish trade. You have to keep trailing and going, and if it goes to 1,07,600, here a pullback opportunity is there. The movement can be very strong also. So please mark that zone and see how market behaves at that area. I think there might be some kind of action here, 1,07,600. If you have any material for which useful for our trading, here tell us. See, all those things already for free I'm giving in the crypto community group. You can see here, today I had discussed about the support zone. One more strategy I have promised I'll give you this month. That setup also I'll share in the group. That and all is tools only, right? Nothing else. For me, more than BTC, Nifty, Bank Nifty, gold for that matter, S&P 500, NASDAQ, these things are more comfortable. based on price action, stop loss hunting logic. For me, things can be okay, is what I think. Now you see, Dow Jones is holding on to this range. Let it hold. We'll see how it goes because other index is yet to come to the support. This one's still indecision. What S&P 500 will do, I don't know. If I was there in the market, maybe with small stop loss, I would have tried in Dow Jones any trading opportunity. But since I don't trade in that market in S&P 500, I would have not taken any decision. Upper zone, lower zone. Let's say market breaks this zone. Maybe here I would have taken. You see, market once it broke, people tried to enter, they got trapped. Again, it went below this zone. People would have entered, they would have got trapped. Again, when market comes here, they will think, okay, next market is going to reach the support only. But before reaching that support only, from this zone, it can reverse. That is my logic. That's how I look at things. So with that logic, I would have decided to enter the trade. What is the minimum requirement of capital? See, the doubts what you are asking, right? Those are very initial stage. You will have this doubts, okay? No doubt in that. Apart from that, you will have many other doubts also. So what I will do, I will share one link with you, okay? Whoever is having any doubt related to crypto basics, first you go and watch the video what I'm shared in the group, okay? You see in the comments I would have shared a link. Look at that link, go have a look at that. It covers all the basic concepts related to crypto trading. Now in case this market moves lower, right, like I said, the next zone what I'm thinking would be this area, this zone, okay? In case I'm not live, in case market moves down, let it move, and from this zone or this zone, any reversal setup we get, maybe we can try. Yeah, support zone I've not entered because I've told already once, twice, thrice market is respecting. Other global market is not giving any confirmation. So I've just left this setup as it is. Vinaya Murthy sir, you're welcome. Add more quantities. Which side have you taken, Praveen Pranav sir? Bullish or bearish? If you're taken bullish setup, like I said, since market has tested this level many times, don't add more positions because you might get into trouble. After breaking the zone, any reversal setup you have means then you see. Holding. Some people will ask about gold. It has corrected, it's holding. If it holds on, gives a breakout, hold it, or else this is the stop loss zone, book the stop loss here. That's it. Still, this has potential, right? Again, if it gives a breakout also, next one more person also can enter who's not entered. Hi sir, opened account with your link for practical test. Invest 2K first and made 3 trades with $10 profit. Now can I get the course or need to achieve any uh, nothing sir? You just send me WhatsApp message. Send WhatsApp message to the team. One number is displaying on the screen, right? Send WhatsApp message to that number with your Delta Exchange user ID. We will look into it. If you're eligible, you'll get access today itself. Okay. So close to 1 hour done. There's no setup. This upside it gave a breakout failure. Global market also nothing interesting. This is holding gold. Dow Jones little bit not near the support. S&P 500 still has to come support. It's nothing. Oil respected the buyer zone, moved up. Nothing is interesting as of now. Only we have to wait until let's say market comes to the zone, any reversal. Okay. How long it will take? It might take another 20-30 minutes also, depending on the market sentiment. As of now, even though there's a support zone, many times it is tested. So I'm thinking that let it break the zone. Later I will enter. So that here people might get trapped and later we can look for upside opportunity. You mark the zone and keep 1,07,600 to 750. Within this range, in the future market comes here, gives a reversal. With small stop loss, you can be looking for opportunity towards the upside. Okay. As of now, nothing. Only oil you can see. What is it? Oil trendline resistance at this zone. Now at this zone, it is confusing for me also. Already near the upper zone, should we enter or not? Because some people considering this as double top, they will enter to trap the market can move up. Channel pattern breakout, some people will enter. So to trap them again, it can move down. So confusion will be there. So avoiding any fresh trades there is better. I'm feeling too tired. Too much of work ahead in the afternoon. Anyways, I'll turn off the screen for 2 minutes, traders. Any multi-leg in crypto? Nothing as of now, Robin sir. Sometime, anyways, within this year, we'll come up with 3-4 strategies for crypto option selling. Maybe 1 or 2 strategy. One strategy I have that I will explain, no problem. But one more option selling strategy I will discuss. But there should not be too much complication also. Okay, Srinivasa, bye bye, take care, good night. Traders, more than 1 hour live stream done right now. What we will do is we will close the live stream. Later, if market comes near the zone, if I'm taking the entry, I will share that with the group. Okay, you can join our free Telegram channel. There, any further update is there, I will share with you. Okay. So as of now, this is going down. Let it go. Anyone interested with small stop loss here, you can try bearish trade. If it continues, fine, but when it comes to this zone, you have to trail off your stop loss. That is a very important thing. That risk you want to take means take bearish trade or else avoid. Since we get leverage, many chances of making extra return on investment is possible than Indian market. Leverage is there, but at the same time brokerage also is there. All of those things you have to factor in. Okay, anyways, this is what I am expecting. Anyone who's taking bearish trade means look out until this zone how market reacts. If you're taking bearish trade, continue up to this zone. Later at this zone, any trailing stop loss hits, a green candle forms and it is showing buy on dip situation, then we can look for buy on dip. Okay, any updates is there, definitely I'll share that in the group. Oil as of now, it's given a breakout, it's attracted people. From here it can correct also, continue also. This I'm not sure, so I'm not speaking about that. Already here I had said here this is a buying zone, so if you are bearish trade, you have to go only below this zone. And then this one, sorry, what did I say about gold? This was the setup what I discussed. So here there's the upper level, market is still at cost to cost, stop loss no change. This is how the setup is. Dow Jones is near the supporting zone, Nasdaq is in indecision zone, S&P 500 slowly it is moving down. Here let's say this comes and shows upside movement, and even BTC is showing some bullishness. Somewhere at that time I'm thinking, okay, even I'll be looking for bullish trade. Whatever it is, I will share that in the group. Join the group if you're interested, and those who wish to join our free course, open account with Delta Exchange, the link is there in the first comment of this video. So you can click that link, open account and send a WhatsApp message to the number that you're seeing on the screen. Okay, this is the view like this, and then market can move. If it cannot move so much also, at least up to the zone it can move. So please be careful about that. All right, traders, thank you for participating in the live stream. Once the setup is formed, I will share that in the group. Good night, take care, bye bye.